Kala Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakadash, Brakata Yahweh, Brakata Yahweh Shai Mashiach, Brakata Yashrala, Brakata Yahweh, Kala, Shalom, Shalom, Halawaya, Halawaya. Double honor to the apostle, that was a great millstone, pushing and teaching this truth and sincerity, and overseeing the construction of the tabernacle of David, a more perfect tabernacle. Shalom to the Akim, while Botham scattered abroad. Shalom to the silver leavers. This is Yahweh Sop, by Yashrala, by Yahweh. Come to you live to the spirit and power Yahweh Shema Shad again and give you another quick lesson. Start off with the daily proverb, and I'm gonna finish the lesson that I posted a couple days ago. Then I'll probably, Lord willing, go into something else. Today's proverb was definitely Proverbs, I think it's 2 and 11. This is Proverbs 2 and 11. Discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee. Proverbs 2 and 11. Discretion shall preserve thee, understanding shall keep thee. Discretion being the operating word, the trigger word, because discretion goes into not being secretive, but moving. Not revealing all your business, you know what I'm saying? Not always putting your business out there, not everybody knowing what you got going on. A perfect scripture that's going to explain that, I'm going to go to Matthew 6. Matthew 6. This is Matthew 6 and 3. But when thou doest alms, let not thy left hand slack it. But when thou doest alms, let not thy left hand know what thy right hand doeth. You know what I'm saying? It's not being secretive, but not always revealing everything that you got going on, because everybody don't need to know what you got going on. And like it says discretion shall preserve you. But preservation, what's the saying? It's lucky, but this is the old folks usually be like, you know what I'm saying? Well, a lot of people, they say self preservation. You know what I'm saying? That's the most important thing. So the most important thing is self preservation. The most operative way you can go about that is through discretion, not letting everybody know what you got going on. With that being said, I'm gonna go into the lesson. Finish the lesson. So this is First Peter 5 and 2. Feed the flock of Yahweh by Shem Shai, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind, neither as being lords over Yahweh's heritage, but being ensamples to the flock. And when the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not away. And that's important. It says taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly. You supposed to come into this thing wanting to do this. You supposed to get on fire for this word. And like I said in the past video, the book of Revelation say, be either hot or cold, and since you're lukewarm, I'm gonna spew out the mouth. And more importantly, be hot. When you come to this thing, you're supposed to be hot in this truth. You supposed to want to do this thing willingly. No, ain't nobody got time to be sitting around and trying to force somebody. You know what I'm saying? Read their scripts. You know what I'm saying? Do their due diligence. You know what I'm saying? Come to this thing humbly. It's like a laundry list of things. That you supposed to be doing, but you need to be doing it willingly. You know what I'm saying? We the true Akim of the Most High and the true believers, we do this thing because we want to advance the kingdom of heaven. We want to do the work in the will of Yahweh Shem Shai. We want ultimately we want to receive that crown of life, and we want to receive that exemption from judgment. Ultimately, you know what I'm saying? That's the ultimate goal. We do the will and the work of the Most High God willingly, so we can receive the crown of life, and we can receive exemption for judgment. And me personally, even if I don't get none of that, me understanding what's gonna happen in the future, and me understanding the trajectory and everything that's gonna come to pass in the end times. Me having understanding of that, that's enough for me. I'm gonna do this work because I want to, and not only do I want to, it fits into everything I always wanted. I always wanted to understand these scriptures. I always wanted to be a man of God. Whether my path and my walk in my life was perfect, no matter what, I always had in the back of my mind. You know what I'm saying? I want to be first. I want to be a man, and then I want to be a righteous man. Always, always my two biggest goals in life. You know what I'm saying? Besides the whole American dream facade that you get sold as a child about the house, the picket fence, the wife, kids, and the dog. You know what I'm saying? Besides all the carnal things and the vainless things of this world. Besides all of that, I wanted to be a man and a righteous man. That's why it was easy for me to come in this truth, and not only come in this truth, but not only come in this truth, but to make us a steady progression and grow in this truth. A lot of people, they'll come into this truth and they'll fall out the truth. A lot of people that come into the truth and won't progress in the truth. And a lot of people don't come into the truth at all. But like it says, you have to come into this thing willingly. You have to want to do this work. Like just like in the world, you know what I'm saying? If somebody has to force you to get up and put up 100 shots, if you're a basketball player and somebody got to force you to get up and go put up 100 shots or do some dribble drills or you know what I'm saying, condition and do all these things, you're going to be a piss poor basketball player. You're going to have a piss poor mentality. And the same thing, if somebody's forcing you to go out to the highways and byways, or if somebody's trying to, it's like pulling arms and legs for you to do your videos, for you to put the Most High first, or simply put, if somebody has to force you to do the bare minimum when it comes to this truth, you don't need to be in the truth at all. You know what I'm saying? You can kick rocks, because the Most High don't need me. The Most High don't need anybody. The Most High can get his will accomplished with a rock and a pencil, and I promise you that the Most High don't need me, you, or them. He could get his will accomplished with a rock and a pencil. I'm trying to tell you, he's that powerful. So if you don't want to do this thing, go on somewhere. You know what I'm saying? It's as simple as that. I take joy in this. I take joy in this most because it makes me feel like someone. You know what I'm saying? When I was in the world, you know what I'm saying, selling drugs and smoking weed and fucking bitches and all this other stuff, I wasn't being fulfilled by none of that. Yeah, I smoked me a couple blunts. 2 hours later, still smoke. Like, getting high was never just enough. There was never like a fulfillment in it. You know what I'm saying? Either I was getting high, wasn't getting too high, popping Zans, wasn't getting high enough. You know what I'm saying? I was never reaching that ceiling of where I was going. Even when I was in college, my major wasn't fulfilling me. I wasn't feeling like I was getting anywhere. There was nothing in this world that fulfilled me and made me feel like somebody until I actually started understanding that I was a true Hebrew Israelite according to history, archaeology, and prophecy. One of God's chosen people who has called me for something more than to just be a rapper, trapper, scammer, and a thug. Who has called me to be something more than just a black man in America. And honestly, that to me, that's more important than anything else. That's more important than money, more important than anything, anything really. In my mind, you know what I'm saying, how I feel. And, It might be 7. So this is Proverbs 16:16. How much better is it to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding rather to be chosen than silver? How much better is it to get wisdom than gold, and to get understanding rather to be chosen than silver? You know what I'm saying? Um, there's another proverb that basically says, you know what I'm saying, the that wisdom is more precious than rubies, and the merchandise of it is better than I can't get the last phrase, um but yeah, there's nothing there's nothing better than understanding this wisdom and knowledge that is in scriptures. There's nothing better. There's nothing better. But going back to the scripture, you know what I'm saying? Uh, this is proverb. This is First Peter 5:2. It says, "Feed the flock of Yahweh by Shema Shai, which is among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly, not for filthy lucre, but of a ready mind." You know what I'm saying? Neither as being lords of Yahweh's heritage, but being ensembles to the flock. And that First Peter 5:3, that's important. It says, "Neither as being lords of Yahweh by Shema Shai's heritage." Not we're not the like the like this ain't our kingdom. We're not the king. We're not the we ain't the captains of the team. You know what I'm saying? We're just the players. We ain't the coaches. We ain't the captains. We're just the players. We're the people on the field trying to score the touchdown. You know what I'm saying? Our coaches is our captains. Captain is Yahweh Shai, and our coach is Yahweh. You know what I'm saying? They the ones that's running this program. This has nothing to do with us. It's not our. It's not our will that needs to be done. We're doing His will. The Yahweh being the coach, Yahweh Shai being the captain. You know what I'm saying? We trying to score a touchdown for them. You know what I'm saying? It says not neither as being lords over Yahweh Shai by Shemi Shai's heritage, but being in samples to the flock. We're supposed to be the ones that, you know what I'm saying, that's telling them, come on, you know what I'm saying? We're not this ain't like I keep going back. It's not about us. It ain't about us. It's about Yahweh by Shemi Shai. And it goes on to say, and when the chief shepherd shall appear, that's important. When the chief shepherd shall appear, the chief shepherd, that's Yahweh Shai. When the chief shepherd shall appear, the one that's above us, the one who we're doing His work, we're preparing the way for Him. When the chief shepherd shall appear, ye shall receive a crown of glory that fadeth not. It says fadeth not away. That's important. You know what I'm saying? You ever like that's a reward that's gonna last a lifetime. Everything else is gonna fade away. All the money ain't gonna matter. You know what I'm saying? Like I can't even like. Let's talk about like when you go to a fair. You know what I'm saying? You win a prize at the fair. 10 years later, that prize ain't gonna mean nothing. You know what I'm saying? It's just a stuffed animal, or it's just a game or something. You you went you it's a lot of these things is not comparable. You know what I'm saying? Because like it says, a crown of glory that fadeth not away. That's important. Because we talking about the kingdom of heaven, which is gonna be everlasting, and that's what a lot of people miss out on. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people are focused on receiving their constellation right now. They're focused on getting they focused on having the highest credit score. They focused on getting a house. They focused on doing all these things here. But Yahushua said, who the world only calls Jesus Christ, he said, lay up your treasures in heaven, not on earth. And that's important. People are so focused on the right now. They're not people think this whole biblical perspective and this whole biblical timeline is a joke. No, all this stuff that the Bible speak of is gonna happen. And you going and if you don't wake up one day and realize that this stuff is serious, you're gonna get caught behind. You're gonna get caught with all those other people, just like what was it? Matthew, I think it's Matthew 24. Yeah. Matthew 24. This is Matthew 24 and 37. But as the days of Noah were, so shall also be the coming of the Son of Man. For as in the days that were before the flood where the Most High God, who everybody has this whole misconstrued notion that he's just an all loving and all whatever, just this softy. The same God these niggas all loving and soft destroyed the whole world with the flood and only saved 8 people. You know what I'm saying? You not understand? A lot of people drowned when that flood came. Like that's a horrible death. Drowning. A whole world drowned and only 8 people survived. You know what I'm saying? But it says, for as in the days that were before the flood, they were eating and drinking, marrying and giving in marriage, until the day that Noah entered into the ark, and knew not until the flood came and took them all away. So shall also be the coming of the Son of Man. You know what I'm saying? And then it says, then shall be 2 be in the field, the one shall be taken and the other one left. This stuff is gonna be serious. You know what I'm saying? And that's what's going on now. You know what I'm saying? We're building the spiritual ark, and we're trying to tell people. You know what I'm saying? The flood is coming, but they ain't trying to listen. And when that rain start dropping, you know what I'm saying? That's when it's gonna be serious, and everybody's gonna want to be like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, can we get with y'all now? But at that time, it's gonna be too late. Cause if you know anything about Noah and the ark, the Most High God, he shut the door. He shut the door. Noah ain't shut the door, because if Noah would probably let them folks on, but they had a chance every day. They seen Noah building that ark. They knew Noah was telling the folks that the flood was coming. But no, they wanted. You got to think about this too. This is probably, back in those days, it probably never had rained until the flood came. It probably never had rain. So when he's saying there's gonna be a flood, not only a flood, but it's gonna be such a big flood that he's building this big ass boat. Them folks was probably like, yeah, right. You know what I'm saying? You sound crazy. Come on, Noah. How much wine did thou drink? Or something like that. I don't know how they talk back in the day, but they're like, bro, you tripping. You talking about it's gonna rain and you building a big ass boat. Yeah, whatever. Then it started raining. They seen all these animals just pulling up to the boat, trying to get on the boat. You know what I'm saying? It was like, oh shit. Let me go get on the boat. But it was too late. And that's what we're trying to get people to understand, that's what we're trying to get people to understand now. Get right now before the rain start coming and your ass drown. But this time it's gonna be much worse. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be a whole lot of whoop-de-doo, a lot of scoop-de-doo, if you get what I'm saying. But you probably don't. But hey, man, you gotta get right. Cause the days we coming into, it ain't gonna be no playing around. And like it says in I think it's Second Peter. Second Peter. Uh, oh yeah. This is First Peter, 4:17. For the time has come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh, and if it first began at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of God? And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? You know what I'm saying? That's important, because if we the people who's trying to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, and the people that's trying to do the will of the work of the Most High God, if we're willingly trying to do this and we're still getting judged and we're still, you know what I'm saying, receiving being punished and chastised by the Most High God, how much more is it gonna be for somebody who doesn't care at all? How if we're like just like in like when you go before a judge, you know what I'm saying? You got you and your buddy, you know, you got a co-defendant, but your co-defendant is innocent. If your co-defendant who's innocent gets sentenced to damn near 10 years, how much more is it gonna be for you, who they can prove actually killed that man? You know what I'm saying? How much more is it gonna be for the person who actually committed the murder? If your co-defendant, who they can barely, if they can't put him at the scene of the crime, they can't they don't have his DNA, the forensics ain't matching up. If they can barely convict this man, he get 10 years. How much more is it gonna be for you, who they can put at the scene of the crime, who they ran forensics on, and they know it's you, and they got you on camera? Man, you probably getting the death penalty, but that's just how it is. You know what I'm saying? If we going through it, and we're trying our best to do the will of work of the Most High God, how much more is it gonna be for somebody who doesn't care at all? And that's why it says in 1 Peter 5:2, feed the flock of Yahweh by Hashem Ashai, which among you, taking the oversight thereof, not by constraint, but willingly. You know what I'm saying? You gotta do this thing willingly, because it's just like anything else. If you want the thing that you take, the stuff you take joy in, the stuff that you want to do, and it's not like you don't see it as a burden, or you don't see it as a job, you're gonna be more inclined to put your all into it. Just like they say with work, do something you love, so it doesn't feel like you're doing a job. You know what I'm saying? I mean, and I personally, I love this. I love going out every Saturday. When we don't have camp, I be like, damn, I gotta sit in the house. I mean, even though I don't have to sit in the house, I mean, I could watch a video or do. It's just the fact that I love going out to the highways and byways. When we don't have camp, I don't go out to the highways and byways. But when we do have camp, I be like, yeah, I be turned up to go out to camp, because I love doing it. I love teaching my people their heritage. I love it when somebody gets I love when people understand what I'm saying, because for you to understand this truth, that means the Most High is dealing with you, and that's special. That's not something to throw at the wayside. You know what I'm saying? That's important. It's really important, man. This ain't no game. The Bible is not a big fairy tale. That's what a lot of people don't understand. This is not a fairy tale. This is a historical book. Everything in this Bible is either happened or gonna happen. In history corroborates that. When you look at like the Babylonian Empire, the Persian Medo Empire, that stuff actually happened. Solomon was an actual person. Moses was an actual person. These people actually existed. Why do you think every culture and civilization has a story of the Great Flood? Nobody ever thinks about that. Every culture and civilization has a story of the Great Flood. Why? Because the whole world got fucked up, and only 8 people survived to repopulate the whole earth. Noah, his wife, his 3 kids, their wives. You got one couple, another couple, another couple, another couple. That's 8 people. 4 couples repopulated the whole earth. That's why every civilization has a story of the Great Flood, because they descended from those 8 people. I mean, bro, this stuff really happened, and it's history. Even history proves it. And with that being said, I'm gonna say Shalom, Kwame Asherala, Halawayah, Yahweh Bashim Ashai, Bashim Kakadash. Take this thing serious. If you don't take it serious, you know what I'm saying? Like the Akiyawa now says a lot. Look, that gives me a better chance of making it. The more people who don't get it, that gives me a better chance of making it. Because regardless of how you feel, how I feel, the Kingdom of Heaven got 12 gates on it. It got 12 gates on it for a reason. I didn't put 12 gates on the Kingdom of Heaven. Yahweh did that. Take it up with him. You don't want to take this whole Hebrew Israelite thing serious. How are you gonna get how you gonna get through a gate that ain't got your name on it? How you gonna get through a gate that requires a certain card? You gotta swipe your black card to get through that gate. Again, don't get mad at me. Take it up with Yahweh. He's the one that did it. It ain't my fault. It ain't my fault. I mean, said Shalom.